If you still don't have your COVID booster shot, here is another reason you might want to get one as soon as possible. It's about a new variant that is spreading like wildfire in parts of Asia right now, and it's already arrived here in the U.S. NBC4's Gordon Tokumatsu now tells us about XBB and why it should concern you.
Like nearly half of all Americans, Daryl Young is vaccinated but not boosted. He follows the news on all the variants, BA, BQ, Delta, Omicron, but he says it all sounds like alphabet soup after a while. Have you heard of XBB?
Actually, I haven't until just now. Yeah.
The headlines about XBB are pretty alarming. Some calling it the nightmare variant. In Singapore, where 80% of the population is fully vaxxed, 4,700 people were infected in one day. 24 hours later, almost 12,000.
This thing is going to spread just like we saw in the beginning of the Omicron wave.
Dr. Nathan Newman says treatments for COVID infections, such as monoclonal antibodies, are not as effective against XBB. That takes an important tool to fight the disease out of the mix, especially for people with comorbidities. World health experts say it's already in 17 countries, including the U.S. And if you've been infected before or just had the first round of vaccinations, you may still be vulnerable.
We don't have the same antibody response when we're seeing the XBB variant that we were getting when we would see other variants.
But don't panic. There's also good news about XBB. The doctor says it should inform how you protect yourself.
The bottom line is follow the CDC guidelines on vaccinations. Maybe you want to go sooner now with these new variants coming out.
Why? Because the latest bivalent boosters we've been encouraged to get still seem to do a pretty good job of protecting people from becoming seriously ill. That's because they include elements of XBB's cousin Omicron in them. Daryl says that's good to know.
Are you going to get the booster? Thinking about it, you know what I mean?
In North Hollywood, Gordon Tokumatsu, NBC4 News.